What's up, guys? This is Lucid Rain, and all right, so there's a subreddit called. You may have heard of it. You might have seen a video about this before, but it's called r/5 September 2020, and apparently, a bunch of people are having dreams that something horrible is gonna happen on September 5th of this year, and apparently, like hundreds of people have had this dream, but it's kind of losing its credibility because they're not saying what's going to happen. I don't know, maybe they don't know what's going to happen on September 5th, but yeah, it's a giant group of people that are like, something awful is going to happen on September 5th. It's going to like possibly change how we live our lives. And yeah, it's like the world's not going to end or anything. Like, they clarified that. Like, it's not like the end of the world or something. It's just something really, really bad. And they're not saying what it is. Maybe because they don't know, or they just don't want to. Or they're just bullshitting and they just want to have fun. I don't know. But the subreddit has, like, 12,000 members at the time of this recording. And it popped up, like, earlier this year, I'm pretty sure. And, like, I don't know. I thought it was pretty interesting. Like, so many people saying that they've had the same exact dream, which has happened before in a bunch of other circumstances. So I don't know.
They're saying they're having the same dream, but they don't know what the dream was.
Their dream is just like, they know what the dream is. It's just that they're just saying something bad is going to happen on September 5th, but they're not saying what is going to happen on September 5th.
Then how are they all having the same dream if it's that vague? Like, you could say that.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Like, I was thinking someone was like, people are telling them in the dream that something's going to happen, or they're just having signs of it in the dream. Like, I haven't really seen a straight answer. So, like, that's where it kind of loses credibility. It's pretty weird. Yeah, like, I know there's definitely a good few people in that group that are just there for the fun of it, that are just bullshitting, but the original people seem pretty serious. It says, a community devoted to surviving 5th September 2020. Join us, read the rules, and then share your discoveries, survival strategies, and yeah.
I wonder what it could be, though.
I don't know. I can't really, like, what is it gonna, like, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking, what could be so bad that's, like, it could change your lives.
A lot of things could be.
I mean, it could be, like, nuclear warfare or something. That's all I can think of. Oh yeah, and on the topic of dreams, have you seen, you've definitely seen it before, that the picture of the guy with like the bushy eyebrows, and it's like, have you seen this man in your dreams? Have you seen that?
I've seen a video on it, so yeah, I have seen the guy because of the video. But I've never seen the guy in a dream.
Yeah, I've never seen him in my dreams either. Apparently, a bunch of other people have, but a lot. So that popped up again recently, because people have been seeing these mysterious, like, posters and shit, like, on poles and on walls on buildings.
In Portland, right?
Yeah, I think so. And yeah, I was watching Nexpo. Like, he was saying, they were trying to find out who was leaving the flyers and stuff, and there was a number on the flyer, and it said, all it said was a number, and it said, have you seen this man, or have you dreamed this, or something like that. And they called the number on a burner phone because they didn't know. I don't know, they were just playing it safe, I guess. And it goes to a voice message that says, like, leave your dream, talk about your dream after the beep, and we'll get back to you at some point, or something like that. So they talk about their dream, And yeah, it took them like 3 days to get back to them, and I think they just like sent them a link or something like that. And like I don't remember where it led to. It was pretty weird. Like it didn't really have anything to do with the guy, like that guy in that dream or anything, but pretty weird like rabbit hole. You should watch that video. It's pretty interesting.
I started watching that actually. I didn't finish it.
Yeah, it's a long video, so
But also, if we're talking about Portland, how about the fact that Portland has basically become a military state and they're basically abducting people off the streets?
is that a thing?
Yeah, the military
What?
police, straight up just taking people and putting them in the back of their vans and, you know,
What the fuck?
just altogether pretty fucked up. And if you know Portland's history, Portland has a long history of Shanghaiing, which basically is kidnapping people and forcing them to work on ships. So, you know, kidnappings and mass kidnappings are like a normal thing in Portland's history, kind of, which is pretty fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
I mean,
it's basically
definitely is.
happening now. And it's, I don't know, it's just more fucked up than I have anything to say. Yeah.
Why are they kidnapping people though? Like the
Because-
military?
protests?
Yeah, that's a crazy like abuse of power.
Yeah. A military state is the first step in the direction of losing all of your rights.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, you know, nowadays quotes get thrown around like crazy, and just people making connections to different things, and you know, I don't know. The age of information is a positive thing, but it's also a negative thing because information is readily available to you, especially shit that people don't want you to know. But also, like we said 1,000 times on this, there's so much information that is thrown out there to try and throw people off the trail that you can never tell what the truth is.
Pretty much, yeah.
So even though it's a golden age for information, it's a golden age for deceit and
For misinformation.
yeah, deceit and just misleading shit. And then you have the whole fake news, you know, phenomenon, which is absolutely asinine. How everyone's just like claiming fake news. But news isn't a way to get information anyway. You don't watch the news to learn foreign policy. You fucking research it. You don't watch the news to learn long division. You fucking research it. You know? So how people think watching the news gives you information, I really don't understand like the correlation there.
Yeah.
The news is kind of keeping up to date with daily occurrences, but it's not any fucking. You're not gaining any information from it necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, not really. It's I don't know. A lot of the stuff is kind of irrelevant, to be honest.
And it's never things that are actually important pretty much are getting glossed over. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Facebook, you know, Facebook has all the shit, but I did see something today that had me pretty sick to my stomach, just how out in the open. So I'm sure you know what Pizzagate is and all that, you know, all that horrible shit, right?
I remember hearing about that, but I don't really remember. It's like a conspiracy theory, right?
Well, it's not really a conspiracy theory. It's basically
Yeah.
a pedophile link pedophile ring of Hollywood and politicians. Just basically people with money in America. And I know you know who Chrissy Teigen is, right?
No, I don't. Who is
You know
that?
who John Legend is, don't you?
Yeah.
The singer.
Yeah.
Chrissy Teigen is John Legend's wife, and there's just a bunch of tweets where she like openly admits to abusing children and having that type of mindset that like
What the
that's
fuck?
all right. And basically, I know you know who Epstein is. Her and
Yeah.
her husband were on the alleged Epstein flight logs, and if you look at everything she's posted and shit, you just be like, wow. People aren't even trying to hide the nefarious nature that they have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's absolutely fucked up.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
I don't know if I can find that article on Facebook again or not. But like, first thing I open up Facebook and it says the fact that COVID-19 has more of your attention than a global elite pedophile ring blows my mind. Like, I open up the app and that's the first thing.
Yeah, I mean that stuff doesn't get enough attention. Like it really doesn't. Like there's a lot of shit like that. Like there's a huge chat room. It was called like and Nexpo also made a video on it. It was called like kids chat room or some shit. I don't even
Yeah,
remember.
I saw that video. That shit is fucked up.
Yeah, that was like the worst thing ever. It was like uh it was just a normal kids chat room, but they didn't regulate it at all. Literally everyone there was like a pedophile, like almost everyone. Like it was ridiculous. I was like, how did they get away with this? How did this stay like this for this long? Like that
Yeah,
was
I mean,
ridiculous.
something like that, you just have to make sure that you monitor what your kids are doing.
That's true. It is partially the parents' fault, I guess, but they should also regulate their website, like, or shut that shit down.
Oh
Honestly.
yeah, no, it should never have been a thing in the first place.
Yeah.
But you have to monitor what your kids are doing on the internet to be a
Yeah, of
responsible.
course.
That's what a responsible adult would be doing. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess they kind of have, like, when they see a chat room that's like catered to kids, they must be thinking, oh, they're just talking to other kids, so it can't be that bad, right? But they haven't. Those parents don't actually check on what those kids are saying because most of them are not kids. They're like
Yeah.
40-year-old men who wanna I don't know. They like little kids. They like little children for some fucking reason. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure a fair amount of that is weirdos talking to weirdos, thinking that the other weirdo's a kid, and that's kind
That
of like
definitely happens.
that's kind of a weird thing in itself.
That's how you know the situation's bad when it's those creepy dudes talking to other creepy dudes because there's so many just pedophiles on that site. Like that's just ridiculous. I don't know how that went for so long without being noticed, really. And like apparently like this other guy made a video about that too. His name's Mama Max, and he was talking about how he was disguising himself as a kid, and he was trying to tell the people that run the site that she was getting, well, it was like he wasn't actually a she obviously, but he was like she was getting like preyed on by people, and they didn't do anything. They literally ignored her. Like they ignored the account. So it was like, what is wrong with you guys? Like I'm starting to think they knew it was like this all along.
Yeah, that's kind of embarrassing.
Like that's horrible.
Yeah, I don't know how that type of stuff flies in the world.
I don't know, dude.
It's
And
the
a lot of
21st
times,
century. We're supposed to be an advanced society at this point. I would think people consider us an advanced society. So why is everything we're doing still shit that they did in the fucking BC times? You know?
Yeah.
Like, you don't sell your children to 40-year-old men anymore. You know?
Yeah,
That's
right.
fucked up. Like, there's a reason that all those people's lives were miserable, because that day and age was garbage.
Yeah, it was.
So, if people want to live like that, I say we hit reset on Earth, and everybody collectively pray that the super volcano at Yellowstone erupts and the United States just gets wiped off the map.
Fuck the United States
And-
anyway.
And the Midwest and the East Coast will be covered in ash. And I think like the states like Florida, Louisiana, California, Texas, Oregon, Washington, all those states will be fine, but pretty much everywhere else in the United States would be absolutely fucked. And
Yeah.
I want that to happen very much.
Yeah, fuck the United States.
It would mean
Well, fuck the
it would
world.
mean it wouldn't be very good in context for me, but in context for humanity, I think the world would be a lot better off if America were dead and gone.
Hey, this all comes full circle. Maybe that's gonna happen on September 5th.
Yeah, so if that happens on September 5th, you know, this will be one of the last podcast episodes, I guess.
Yeah, one of the last the last 15 episodes, maybe. No, probably more like 10 episodes, something.
Yeah, well, it's about a month. Do we do 10 episodes in a month?
Oh no! Oh yeah, September is closer than I'm thinking it is. Never mind, that's probably like not that many episodes. So yeah.
Yeah. It's July right now. So August, then September,
Yeah, and it's the
Then
beginning of
October.
September, so
then November. So if that shit happens, we won't even get to enjoy the fall.
yeah, that would suck.
And then the thing is, if that volcano erupts, the rest of the United States will probably suffer an ice age type of calamity. The climate's going to be where everyone in America is going to have to live somewhere else, and Canada will pretty much be fucked as well if that happens.
Yeah, most likely.
Considering Canada would just get colder, even the parts that not many people live in. So,
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah, Canada would be in pretty bad shape.
I can't imagine like the destruction that would bring like that volcano erupting.
And
Like, I mean, I don't think it's going to erupt like I think the chances of that thing erupting is like very slim anyway, but I mean, who knows, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, I don't know. They don't really know when it's gonna erupt. They just know that it has.
Yeah.
That is active. So, and a thing would be is only the basically only the Dakotas would be absolutely wrecked right away, and only probably 20 miles, as far as like a radius. But the fact of the matter is that it'll be it'll be a giant ash cloud that'll pretty much cover half of the country and probably half of Canada.
That would be insane, dude.
And I don't know what the life expectancy of that is, but I think you wouldn't last very long if that happened.
I mean, how long would the sky be like covered in ash? Like, is that something that lasts for a long time or what?
Well, you basically be fucked.
Because I remember when I was like learning history, there was that one volcano. I don't remember what it was. It's a really well-known volcano.
Think of Pompeii. Everyone.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
That was in the city of Pompeii was basically annihilated.
Yeah. I heard apparently we would have had. They were working on some really like advanced technology for the time, and if Pompeii didn't if that volcano didn't destroy everything, we might have had cars like way like earlier than we got them. So like that's pretty crazy to think about. I
would think way more than 100 years if.
Yeah, probably a lot more actually. Because that Pompeii was like very, very long time ago. We didn't have cars for probably thousands of years after that. So
yeah, I mean, I don't think Mount Vesuvius is anywhere near as big as the one in Yellowstone, and I'm blanking on the name of it.
Where's that at?
I'm not sure what the volcano's name is.
Yeah, once a volcano erupts, there's kind of nothing you can do about that. Like, because all the other apocalypse scenarios, like nuclear warfare, it's like that can be avoided if you play your cards right. Like, something natural cannot be avoided, basically.
Yeah, I would
like a earthquake and shit like that. Like you can't really do anything about that.
Yeah, I would think Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Utah, all the Midwest. I think Washington probably would be fucked.
Yeah, definitely would be.
Now that I think about it, Oregon probably be in pretty rough shape too. Nevada might be alright, but Oklahoma would probably be in pretty bad shape. And maybe like New York might be alright. Maybe.
I think Florida. New York would be possibly fine. I think that's pretty far.
Yeah. Florida would be fine, but I don't know. I'd probably be boned. Because I would say Ohio, Michigan.
Ohio? I don't know.
Kansas, Indiana, Illinois, all those places would be absolutely fucked.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely wiped off the map.
And it'd be a slow process, I would think, like over a couple weeks.
Yeah, I would think so too.
I mean, we haven't had any major volcanoes erupt around here. I know there's been some in like Indonesia that have been pretty bad recently.
How recently was that?
I don't know, within a couple of years.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember if it. I thought it was an Indonesian island that happened to, but it might be the Philippines or a different like Pacific island. I'm not sure. I think it's Indonesia though.
I just looked it up. Apparently, there was a big eruption in 2015 in Guatemala.
Okay, so yeah, I was wrong about the Indonesia part, but
well, that was like the last eruption supposedly. I have pictures of it too. It's kind of crazy. Wow. There's literally lava in the street. That's crazy.
And I mean, lava's not what you would, be worried about. you know,
Yeah. I mean, you
that's
would be worried about that, but not in the grand scheme of things, probably.
well, that's only gonna affect probably,
Yeah, probably a small radius. If I was to guess.
maybe 50 miles. I don't, I don't know what
Yeah.
the radius is for that, but basically the smoke clouds and the ash clouds just wreck shit.
And like that, I feel like that shit would block out the sun for like a
Yeah,
couple days.
yeah, you'd have horrible weather.
Yeah,
It'd
I
be,
wonder if it would get like really cold or something like that.
well,
That's interesting.
they think the ice age happened because of a meteor. A meteor and a volcanic eruption. It basically blocked out the sun for so long that everything just
Uh,
basically froze. Because you
yeah,
gotta think
that's insane.
oxygen levels were really high, and that's why it was so hot. And there was a bunch of carbon dioxide in the air because there were so many trees, and animals were bigger and all that shit. And the world just kind of overran. And then kind
Yeah.
of the reason that the mammals came to succeed is because they're warm-blooded animals, and then all the reptiles kind of the world was like get fucked.
Yeah.
Anything that's cold-blooded, they're kind of like well, we're gonna get really cold for a long time, so like you're kind of fucked. So like, see if you can survive, I guess. And then at some point, the ice age stopped and it kind of became more temperate. I don't really know when that happened necessarily.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would possibly. I don't know if it would cause an ice age. That might be kind of an exaggeration, but it would I feel like it would definitely fuck with the weather like a lot.
Well, yeah, you kind of need the sun for various
Yeah.
reasons.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, if you look at, I don't know if there's really any examples of it, but I'm sure people that live inside and are just under artificial light nonstop, they probably, if you have somebody who goes outside on a regular basis, and you have someone who stays inside, you give them the same diet, same amount of exercise, all this shit, I would say the person that goes outside is going to be healthier because they're exposing themselves to radiation, but also they're getting vitamins and
Yeah, right.
different shit that you can't get from artificial light.
Yeah, right.
But I don't think they've done an experiment like that.
Maybe they have, I don't know.
Now, I listened to a creepypasta not that long ago that has something to do with an experiment, sort of like that. So I guess this guy is a contractor, and they're demoing a house, and there's like little tunnels underneath the house or something, and he finds a thing with a bunch of VCR tapes in it, like a box, a bunch of VCR tapes, and it's for a game show where they basically locked people in this bunker and said, you have to be here for X amount of time, and then they basically start, using pheromones to fuck with them, and then
God.
giving them human meat, and then basically trying to turn them into cannibals, and it gets pretty weird.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
And then, yeah, you could imagine where it goes from there.
Yeah.
And
There's a lot of like experiment creepypastas. Like that's like a huge genre.
yeah, I'm trying to think. So as far as September 5th, I'm assuming that you've been on that Reddit page then.
Yeah, I was just on it like not too long ago.
And nobody said anything about what. There's no one that describes it in detail.
I mean, I didn't like look that hard. I just I saw a video about it, and they weren't specifying what the dream was. So I'm about to look on it now, though.
I reckon you can't really even trust Tumblr. Can't can't trust Reddit because Reddit's just like Tumblr. It's a bunch of fucking weirdos.
Oh, it definitely is.
And the owner is a known, piece of garbage human being. So yeah, I don't know how much you can trust that shit. Because ultimately, with social media, unless you're going and searching stuff on independent websites, if you're using something like Instagram, YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, shit like that, they have algorithms in place that if something goes against anything that they want people to see, nobody's gonna see your shit.
Yeah, right.
And kind of how the culture of the world is nowadays. Usually, I've kind of always had a disposition to absolutely hate rich people or people
Yeah.
with money in general, because if you look at it, 9 out of 10 people that have money that you meet are pompous, arrogant, and
Yeah,
out of touch
right.
with reality, and are just not good people. I'm
Yeah,
not
I mean
saying
they've
that.
just had it good for so long. It's like,
Now, I'm sure there's some people that have money that are good people, but
yeah, for sure.
just like there's some people that don't have money that go and do horrible things and shit. But most people that have money are despicable human beings that have no quality, no good qualities at all, and they're kind of I don't know. I'm not gonna say any human being is disposable because that's kind of what their ideology usually is. But if they want to say human beings are disposable, I would look and say, yeah, you're talking about yourself.
Yeah, right.
I mean, like, just look at Bill Gates with all this population control stuff. Say, all right, you want population control? Why don't you start by offing yourself? Like, you're fucking doing anything good. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Bill Gates could drop a fucking air conditioner on his head for all I give a fuck. Fuck that dude.
That he has an unimaginable amount of money. Like you probably couldn't even fathom the amount of money he has.
And Bezos, garbage person. Has all that money, doesn't do anything good for his employees.
Most of the people don't. They never really do anything good with their money. They just, I don't know, just kind of have it for themselves, I guess. I'm really trying to find out what is like actually supposed to happen on September 5th, and no one is saying that.
Kind of weird, isn't it?
This guy, this guy said, I always thought this subreddit was a hoax, but with the way 2020 is going, there might be some merit to this theory.
How long has this been going on?
A few months. Let me look. Can you not check that? I remember in the video I watched, it said it went back to like February, maybe.
Okay, so that's kind of weird then. I don't know. You know, dreams are powerful things, and your, consciousness does tell you stuff. So, I full-heartedly believe some people dream things, and a lot of times that type of shit comes into fruition. So, hopefully it's nothing real
Yeah.
bad. Is all I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, that guy's kind of got a point. The year has kind of been
Hopefully
bad.
it's the government getting exposed and people finally opening their eyes and shit.
That'll be great.
But it'll change the way that we live for sure.
Yeah, I mean, something like that would definitely change our lives. I mean, that makes sense.
And it'll stop everything in its fucking tracks. That is for sure.
I mean, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know if that would be considered a good thing. Well, a bad thing.
It'd be a bad thing for the well-being. It'd be a bad thing for the well-being of everyone because it's gonna be a shit fest once. Like, read what I posted on Instagram because
I read some of it.
Yeah, just read it out to them because that has a lot to do with this topic. To be honest with you, I can read it if you want.
Okay.
But what I posted was a statement that soon the grand lie of humanity will be stripped away, showing the world we are nothing but filthy, disgusting animals, not unlike those we manipulate, slaughter, and consume with no regard. As the curtain draws back, it'll expose the monstrous abomination that is mankind, and we will weep, screech, wail, and ultimately wallow in the world of filth we've created. Those with weak stomachs will sink into a pit of despair. Those filled with anger will burn this rock in hopes we can return this world to its original state and purge the world of the virus that is the human race. It's a system of oppression that's been in construction for millennia. Well, really, it's been there longer than that. But I didn't know of a word that was bigger than millennia. I wish we had a viable way to stop it, but the noose of sin is already around the neck of the innocent, ready to be pulled by those with money, control, and power. If all those decide to drop at the same time, the tree in which this devil of a world, the rich, the religious leader, the bank, the government, will all be overwhelmed by our willpower and strength. But they drop us one by one, cutting us down to hold control firmly over us. And then I went on saying even this platform is a way to control people, and they pretty much they're pretty blatant about it. It's kind of plain sight, and they're not afraid to show how disgusting and vile they are. So why should we be afraid to not show that we know what's going on and we're not going to stand and let this shit happen? Kinda. Which is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more or less me hoping than a prediction, but I think it's going to happen. Where
at some point, yeah.
All the shit that's been getting swept under the rug for so long, it's gonna come to light, and it's going to be it's gonna be something else, I'd say.
Yeah, that would be an insane event. Like, people would talk about that for who knows how long. Like, really.
Yeah, and I think the fact is, it's a facade of us not having control. Because if you look at it, we have all of the power in our hands. Because as a unit, the people are so much greater than the entities that have control. All they have is money. Money. If we decide money is meaningless, it loses all of its power because it's technically is meaningless. I mean, what is money based on? It's based on it's backed by gold, but all gold is a fucking rock.
Yeah, right.
So I mean, it's pretty much meaningless. And a monetary system only has value if you give it value.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a thing that's not even a material thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking nothing.
Yeah, it really isn't.
But
It's literally just, it's like numbers in a system.
Yeah,
it's pretty much all it is. Yeah.
It's just code that gets pushed around and one hand to the other. So really, it has utterly no meaning. It's the act that people invest in it and people use it is what gives it meaning.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing, and that's kind of the thing. When people have radical ideas, I think they let people have radical ideas just because they know they're not going to get traction and they're not going to get any backing, so they don't even have to worry about it. And then people that are actually charismatic and can actually have a message and actually know how to convey it in a way people are going to be willing to follow and shit, they cut that shit quick.
Yeah, right.
No. They cut that shit real quick. So it's kind of one of those things that if somebody is a threat, that even a slight threat,
yeah, to their
foresee it, they get rid of that real quick. Hence why
right.
they drop people from the limb and just cut them free before anyone else sees that anything happened.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely afraid of, they know that people have the power. Like, they know that, but I don't know, they just, like you said, they just get rid of everyone who could lead a movement like that.
Yeah, well, what they say is there's nothing scarier than somebody who has nothing to lose.
Yeah, right.
And there's a lot of people that have had everything taken from them. So yeah, it's kind of one of those things. If you don't tie up loose ends and someone survives after you did something fucked up, and they've lost everything, the only thing they have is revenge.
Yeah, right. Well, guys, this is Lucid Rain, and we hope you don't die on September 5th, and we hope you enjoyed. So, see you guys next time. Peace.